Hello. So this is another video. I think it's a fourth in our playlist when we will be uh, looking at the upgrades for iMac 17,1, which is a late 2015 iMac. Let's go to storage. Apple Mac, iMac. And here it is. iMac 70,1, 5K Retina, late 2015. So as always, first thing, whenever you want to upgrade your Mac, and it could be any Mac, not only iMac, any Mac, you need to, first of all, you need to find out what the model identifier of your Mac is. And it's very easy. You click the icon on the left-hand side upper corner, and then you click about this Mac. Then you see window, and you click more info. Then you click on a system report, and from the hardware overview, you will see your model identifier. It could be a little bit different on the newer Mac OSs, but I don't think there will be that much difference that you can still work it out. So this is very important to know because I know we've got a lot of questions, a lot of emails and phone calls from customers, and then we ask, would you by any chance know your model identifier of the Mac? Almost 99% of people, they do not know what we're asking them. So this is really important because this actually helps you to get the correct compatible upgrade for your Mac, as long as you're buying from the retailers like us or some other reputable retailers who list the compatible items against this model identifier. Then A number and AMC number is also important. On the iMac, you will find it on the bottom of the leg of the iMac. So this is also it's like a double. This is like a double check or double confirmation that you know this is the iMac 17,1, and it's at A1419 EMC 2834. Important to know. So this iMac comes with 1 terabyte hard drive, or there is also the Fusion available. When we go to Apple website, the configuration of this Mac, we can see that it's come either with the hard drive, or it could be the Fusion, and also 512 flash, 256 or 512 flash storage SSD. Now, the bad news for the owners of this Mac is that, unfortunately, Apple decided only on this particular iMac, not only on this particular iMac, to deviate from the standard size SSD and made it a little bit smaller. And because it is only on this iMac, on this one iMac, no third-party manufacturer bother actually, the making one. Because there is only this type, this iMac 17,1, nothing else. So if you want to upgrade this PCIe flash storage on this iMac, you will have to buy either from Apple directly, or from the eBay or some second part selling platform. But even do so, you need to contact the seller and confirm that this SSD is indeed from iMac 17,1. Otherwise, it won't fit. Now, how the flash SSD look like on? It look like this. It is the SSD which has the special. This is a proprietary slot. It's a 12 plus 16 pin slot for the Apple. Uses as a proprietary, but unfortunately, this is OWC or SSD. It won't fit on this iMac, on iMac 17,1 late 2015. So that's about that. So you can't upgrade it, unfortunately. So all you can do upgrade is the hard drive for the bigger one, for the SSD, sorry. And we have we have a couple of bundles on our website which we could offer. And so you go to the filters and you kit the swap HDD for SSD. You will see these five. These two are made out of OWC SSDs. This kit is for the Transcend. Transcend is the Taiwanese company. They are very well known in Japan and Asia, but they are also known in Europe as well now. And their products are very good. We have very little returns for these products in terms of the getting faults or something. They are very reliable. Then in Integral, it's a UK company. The SSDs are also very good and reliable. And then this one is made out of a Crucial MX500 SSD, which is very popular with the people, and it's also very good. So all these five are compatible. You really the only difference for you would be to choose whichever brand you like or choose according price. They are all compatible and they all will fit, and they are all good quality. If you are professional, like professional picture editing, video, music, and some other specialities, then maybe you should consider the Mercury Extreme. It's a little bit more expensive than these four. The SSD is made from 3D MLC flash. It's more durable. It gives you more terabyte written during a lifetime before the SSD actually start to wear off. And because if you have a business and you can, it's tax deductible, it's basically like investment into your company. Maybe you could consider to pay a little more and upgrade by this kit. But then, again, even if you are professional, you don't think that you need to spend this money, all of this will be perfectly okay for you. You still have to do your backups. Don't forget to do backups, especially when professional. Do the daily backup, best of a time machine, and you will be okay. Now, there are two things I want to highlight. If you're changing hard drive, I will include these videos in the video description. I recommend everybody to watch these videos to see what is involved in upgrading this hard drive. You watch it and then you decide for yourself whether you will be able to do it yourself, or maybe you will just bring it to some repair shop or PC shop and ask them to do it for you. It is in my opinion, it's a kind of advanced upgrade. Majority of people can do it. Just to make sure you connect all cables, and when you're disconnecting cables, make sure that you do it carefully so you don't damage anything. So now when you finish, just one more thing is that with this kit you will get 2.5-inch SSD, which is smaller than the standard hard drive. So that's why you will have the adapter as well. You install this SSD into this adapter, and the adapter is basically just duplicating the size of the hard drive. Then there is a thermal sensor with the SATA cable as well. Again, in a video, you will see how it's installed. It's important to install it properly, because otherwise your fan on iMac will go on all the times. This is regulating a fan, okay, the temperature of the hard drive, and so it's very important. Then you get your cutting wheel, which you will cut resealing tapes on under the display, and suction cups and screwdrivers and the anti-static cloth. So this is in every kit, even in this one. Unfortunately, we don't have it on the picture, but these tapes are with each kit. And when you installing, once you already swapped your hard drive for SSD, and you're going to attach a display, don't use the tapes yet. Use the duct tape and tape the display onto the chassis just by the duct tape, and then turn it on and see if it boots up. Because many times we have many customers who they put it together, put it back, use the tapes and everything, sealed it, then turn it on, and nothing happened. So then they had to open it. They phoned us and say, "Oh, you sold us a bad SSD, or SSD is faulty." And so we advise them to to open iMac again and just to go video step by step, just to make sure that all cables and everything is connected properly. And of course, like 99.9% is 99.9% is yes, there was a disconnection or something wasn't connected. So when they connected, everything works. Now, another thing you will notice is that when you start up your iMac, because there is nothing on SSD, the SSD does not have operating system on it. If you just start it up, it will the iMac starts and you see the folder with the question mark. It's basically a computer telling you there is no boot drive. I have nothing to boot from. So this is again, this does not mean that the SSD is faulty. It just indicates that there is no bootable partition. So what you need to do in this case is to turn your don't do this. You just when you finish your upgrade, turn your iMac on, then wait until you hear the chime, the sound which Mac makes when it starts. Immediately after you hear the chime, press the Command, Option, and R key to boot into recovery partitions. Again, Command, Option, R for Romeo. So you need to press these three keys immediately after chime and hold until you see a spinning globe on your display. That indicates that the computer is booting into internet recovery. Apple no longer provides the CDs with the operating system for the Macs. They decided to, which is really good. They created the recovery partitions on their servers, and if you have any problem with your operating system, you need to reinstall it, or you change the hard drive, like in this case, then you boot into internet recovery, and you reinstall operating system. Now, once you boot it into internet recovery, there is a couple of utilities you can use, like a terminal, disk utility, and I think it's a Safari there, and also you install macOS. So when you get there, you go to disk utility and you format your new SSD on the APFS format. APFS format must be erased to for anything which you're going to install High Sierra or newer. So if you intend to use macOS High Sierra or newer, you have to format your hard drive or SSD to APFS. If you intend to use older macOS like Sierra or El Capitan, then you formatting your drive to macOS Extended Journal. Once you format your drive, you exit disk utility and you click on the option Install macOS. Install macOS, and then you follow on-screen instruction and finish installation. Or if you have a time machine backup already of your old hard drive, then when you finish your upgrade from hard drive to SSD, you can connect the time machine directly, and your iMac can boot from time machine, and then you just do restore from the time machine. This is two possibilities. Or if you want a clean installation, then you can just install operating system first, and then restore from the time machine backup only files and folders you need, and everything else can stay on a backup, so you don't have to fill all your new SSD with everything which was on the old one. Some people, they don't want everything. They just want to pick some. So the time machine is good for this. Time machine, I would recommend. It's the Apple creation, and it gives you very comprehensive backup, and then it's easy to restore, because from macOS Big Sur, macOS 11, the Apple made it impossible to create a bootable clone or mirror of your existing hard drive. You can create mirror or clone of your existing hard drive which has Big Sur or newer macOS on it, but it will not be bootable. Apple made, with these macOSs, Apple made the bootable partition of the drive proprietary, and it does not allow anybody to mess with it. So the only way really if you want to restore the whole disk as it was, is to do time machine backup regularly. And then when anything happens to your disk or you need to change, like you change now, if you decide to change, you can easily restore it from time machine. So time machine is really good backup, but it's good to do, especially when you really have valuable files which you don't really want to use. Lost. You don't want to lost. If you're professional, you do music or videos or pictures, last thing and you were shooting some event like, I don't know, wedding, then the last thing you want is to lose these files and folders. So I would recommend to do the real-time time machine backup, which will back up everything. Any change you make in any file you write on your disk, it will automatically back up on the time machine. So then you will never lose it. So as I said, the PCIe SSD unfortunately is not possible to change. So this is really disadvantage for the owners of this iMac. I don't really know why Apple decided to do it this way, but it's very unfortunate. So the only way you can get it is from Apple itself, or as I said, on eBay. But inquire with the seller and tell them that it has to be from iMac17,1, the PCIe SSD. Otherwise, it won't fit. Now you can, in terms of memory, this iMac accepts 64 gigabyte of RAM, 1867 megahertz DDR3, but this RAM is very expensive. 16 gigabyte and 32 gigabyte kit. I mean, it's very expensive. 16 gigabyte kit, like 8x2, not so much. It costs 41 pounds, the whole kit, but look at the 16 gigabyte memory. Just the one single is 211. If you want to get the kit, that is 418. So imagine if you want to do 64 gigabyte upgrade, then it will cost you 836 pounds, 37, which is it's quite an investment. And again, if you're a professional, you have a business that you can tax deduct it, then okay, you can get a VAT back and everything. So maybe you can consider it. But so this iMac has a 4 gigabyte memory already installed. The 2 slots are free, and the memory don't need to be the same size. So you can keep your 2x4 and you can install the 2x8 alongside your existing. So then you will get a 16 gigabyte plus 8 gigabyte already in there. You will get 24 gigabyte of RAM, which is really good amount of RAM to have. And you don't have to throw away the 2x4 what you already have. If you decide you want to go with a 32 gigabyte, you will buy 2 of these. Then of course you will have to remove 2x4 gigabyte. You can still sell them on eBay or somewhere for a couple of quid, so you will get some money back for it. So that's the memory. This memory is very expensive, and it's unfortunate. It's not that we made it that expensive. It is from manufacturer. It comes like this, so there is really nothing we can do about it. But these are very much cheaper, so this is probably better option. So that would be on the memory. Now we also have this tool here. If you go to the homepage, you'll see this part finder here. Okay, and it's also very good to use now when you know that you need to find out what the mic identifier is, okay, and your A number and EMC number, then it's very easy to use this tool. So you choose your iMac, then we know that it's a late 2015, so we go and we choose year 2015, and now the model is iMac17,1. See, and the A number is 1419 and EMC 2834. And you hit the search, and with this result you will see everything we have there to be compatible with this iMac. So if you want just to search for memory, you click on the memory, and here you go, that's the memory compatible. You click on it, it's the same memory which we were on the page now. Yeah, see, if you want to do only storage, then you go to storage, and you can see again these kits which we were talking about, and also the single SSD. If you already have a tools, you don't need all tools you have, then all you need is really SSD. So then you can just choose SSD, and that will be it. Now, because of the lag of the PCIe SSD upgrade, you can still do the external. This is a Transcend, a PCIe SSD, but it will be connected using Thunderbolt 2. So see on your iMac, you have two Thunderbolt 2 ports. So you will connect it here, and these are made by Transcend. These are meant for the Thunderbolt 2 equipped Macs. It doesn't need to be only iMac, MacBook Air, MacBook Pro, some of the Mac Pro and Mac Mini 2014. They all can use this SSD externally using the Thunderbolt. Now, because your iMac is sitting on a table, it doesn't really matter. So you can use this, and as a Thunderbolt 2 speed. So you will, when you connect your, you will get the speed around the 20 gigabyte per second, which is really good. And that's one of the options you can have. So you can have the PCIe SSD on running at a good speed, and it will give you outside of the iMac upgrade rather than inside of the PCIe. You can connect it from outside. So that's the external drives options. And so that's basically all about this iMac. I don't want to make it unnecessarily long. We're already 20 minutes here anyway. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments or anything, just leave the comments or contact us, and we will be happy to get in touch and help, or whatever question you may have. I hope you find this video useful, and I wish you a good day. See you with the next video. Bye.